Now let's go back to the candid conversation with the young and old generation.
All of us have the ability to choose, but most of us don't understand the power of making some clear, definite choices. Most of the black entrepreneurs that are successful don't even have an education, brother. They figured out the principles of success. It starts with making some choices. What's the first choice? Stop blaming the white man. Stop blaming the fact you don't have a father. Stop blaming the fact that the government is not supporting you. That's what the problem is. Oh, it's rising up now. Yeah. How does that?
What you're saying, nobody can dispute what you're saying. Choice is essential to life, right? That's true. It's not saying anything different, but you need to have choices. What are those choices that you have, right? So, for example, you talk about in 1962, the black movement in Alabama and all those places, with how that kind of a push, right? Those times there was still fragmentation among the black community. There was still absentee fathers. There was still all these different things, but yet still the black community united in the front like never was before.
But why?
So what?
Because one woman with tired feet made a decision, I'm not going to the back of the bus. And that changed the whole year.
See,
But I think there's some other relevant things to consider as well. In the home, you get a sense of purpose, and that's passed on to you. If we have fragmented homes, then sometimes that sense of purpose could become fragmented. In the schools, some of the schools are actually structured in such a way that they cause failure, they cause humiliation, they cause self-denigration. We can't just ignore this and pretend like we can't blame you for this, we can't blame you for the fact that you put all these horrible stereotypical images of us in your school books and in your lessons and way teachers. That's absurd. I think we do have a right to claim that these things shouldn't occur, because our money helps pay for these schools where our kids get educated, and we entrust our kids to these people to educate them properly and in a way that will allow them to maximize their full potentials, not in a way that will cause them to feel hurt and harm on the inside. I think we're being a bit too gentle and I don't know. Maybe we're a bit too soft about how we're approaching this.
Back to family values. I think there's a lot of people, Asian community. I think there's others that aren't represented in any of the books in the schools, and they can still come to the country and thrive. So I'm just interested to say, well, what's different for us? I think it's family. So.
I can't help myself but to go on that point. And at the risk of starting something that I can of worms, it's been 340 years worth of slavery. We've been in this new existence for 100 and something years. It took democracy 500 years to take place in how it is going on in the Western world. Jamaica has just been for emancipation in 1962. Canada's been around for 130 years. We cannot expect that 340 years of slavery is going to go out within 100 years. 30 years ago, we were still not allowed to go to certain places. We're still not allowed to go to schools, and those things still exist in different fragments in our society today. So I think what we should think is a good thing, that black people today are at, I don't think there's any other race who will be able to survive what we've survived. We've survived the greatest atrocities that man could do to man, and we are still here. I think if there was any other race, I think what would happen to them, I think we'd be reading about them in newspapers and books and to the museums. But we are here and we're doing good, and good things are happening in the black community. And I think good things are going to continue to happen over the next couple of years, and we're going to be surprised because black people are coming.
Yeah, I just think that much of this discussion is ignoring some very important issues. One of them being that today, the system of corporate power is now so entrenched and pervasive that it actually subverts the normal human training program of the family. The corporate system is about immediate gratification, it is about success now, it is about happiness now. The family system is about delayed gratification, it's about planning, it's about organization, it's about cooperation. So if you're raising a child today, you have to understand that when you raise your child between home and school, this system, through the media, video games, films, etc., does not have the best interest of your young at heart. So families now have to, parents, single, multiple, have to take charge of the young, protect the young. The society you're in has harmful influences that are geared towards destabilizing the mental stability, the mental vision, the mental intelligence of young people. Thereafter, I'd like to say that, look, we're living in a time of monumental adjustment, okay? It's not black males that sign NAFTA, the North American Free Trade Agreement. We're not the one exporting jobs abroad. We're not the ones laying people off, okay, in large numbers. We are victims oftentimes, along with many other people, of these economic forces. The economy we're in is changing, okay? And young people are the first, they are the pioneers of that change. And as a result, much of the behaviors we're seeing them exhibit are behaviors that are responding to forces that they do not know of, but which are impacting upon them, over which they have no control, okay? Fact number one, if you're a young person, age 16, 18, 20, 22, you now have to realize that no matter how much formal education you receive, it's no guarantee to you of a good job. Even if you get a job, you're engaging in contract labor, part-time labor, casual labor. So longer and longer periods of time will be spent waiting for that good job to come that will enable you to build a family, have a permanent and stable relationship with those around you, and to prepare for the future. And thereafter, we have the last point I want to make, is that the moral codes that we've inherited, that the man is the breadwinner, that the mother stays at home, the mother takes care of the child, that code is going out the window as we speak, because the job to be a breadwinner simply does not exist. So we're all in a state of flux, and therefore all I can say, the most vulnerable among us is our young. And when it comes to the young, what we need to do is to take charge, to engage them, to guide them, to challenge them, to involve them in the living of lives, and to take them out of this cage of doom that is their mind. Just challenge them and let them know that, look, your anxiety, your anger, your hate, your fear is normal. Every youth feels the same way. Don't worry that so-and-so looks so-and-so. They look white, this person looks privileged. No. The white community now is as much afflicted with these anxieties as you are.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back with All About You.
Hi, I'm Debbie Blair, Black Sugar. Watch All About You.